Welcome to Hairbrush News with Kelly Nishimoto, a weekly look at what's trending in fashion, beauty, and other trending stories. We're brushing through the mess, one headline at a time.
Hello, and welcome to episode 9, part 2 of Hairbrush News. I'm your host, Kelly Nishimoto. I am a fashion designer for over 22 years. And I should always say that, like, I have been a fashion designer for over 22 years. I'm a former TV host for TLC, Discovery, MTV, The Style Network. I love everything fashion, beauty, wellness, trending topics. And so that's why I created Hairbrush News. And I am joined by my co-host and sidekick, Esmeralda Sanchez.
Hi, guys.
She is not only gorgeous, but she is a mompreneur, an entrepreneur, and a branding and marketing expert. And she will be joining me weekly on this amazing journey. And so let's dive right in. This is part 2 of episode 9, where we continue talking about gold, but not Olympic gold. We're going to talk about gold and silver. We're going to talk about why cash is king. And we're going to end it with making friends over 40. Let's dive right in. Why the heck did I not buy gold 10 years ago?
You know, my friend was just telling me this. He was like, I don't know if he said that he purchased some recently but yes, he was talking about this.
I mean, and I come from a family of jewelers, and I had an aunt. She was a crazy aunt, very crazy, but she always gave me a piece of silver for Christmas, for graduation, for my birthday. I think I have 2 pieces. I should have kept, you don't really think about, there's no value to that when you're a kid, but I still have a piece. And, it maybe cost her $5 back then, but that was worth a couple $100 now for just a little tiny piece of silver. So this is a great investment. If you can afford to invest in gold, I think this is worth taking a look at. So here, if we would have bought gold 10 years ago, look how much we would have made. So in 2016, gold was $10.77 an ounce, or worth $10.77 an ounce. Silver was $14 an ounce. Then it goes to $1,800, and then cut to 2026. Right now, the price of gold is $52.50 for 1 ounce of gold.
Wow.
How cool is that?
So, question.
Yes.
Why do you think that we've seen the increase between 2016 and 2026?
Well, inflation. And also, you can't just make gold. It's not like you can, you know what I mean? There's only a certain amount of gold, and you have to mine for it. It takes a lot. So there's value to that. Diamonds, they figured out a way to do lab grown. You cannot replicate gold. And it's been one of the oldest forms of payment throughout the history of time for thousands and thousands of years.
Here you go.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah,
awesome.
Can you, right? And it wasn't until the 30s that gold was regulated. And then it wasn't until the 70s that gold and money were separated. So actual paper cash in relation to gold was separated. So one wasn't based on the other, that's awesome. Pretty recent.
I'm going to eventually invest because that's really something to have.
Yeah, I mean, even if you can just get a half an ounce, I mean, geez, just start with that.
One of my things, everyone has a thing. And my thing is this. I am so paranoid to wake up one day and there's no dollars or coins or just money that you could physically touch.
Oh, that yes.
Creeps me
I
out.
Love you. You are literally the perfect sidekick here because that is a segue and you don't even know it.
Oh.
Why cash is king?
Wow.
So here, so let me just give a visual representation. Right. Okay. So let me get this out too. Okay. I give you this $50 to pay for something. You give it to someone else to pay for something. I give it to someone else to pay for something. You give it to someone else to pay for something. After 1,000 times of passing this back and forth, how much is it?
$50 still.
If I pay you $50 with a credit card, you pay me $50 with what's left over from the percentage of that credit card. I pay you the $50. You pay me the $50. What's left over after
not the
a couple of hundred transactions?
Not
after 100 transactions,
$2.35. Wow. So, I'd never even thought of it this way. But
yes.
Wow.
So using a credit card or a debit card You're basically padding the pockets of every middleman who processes a credit card.
Wow.
So $50 is never $50. That is why cash is king. And that is why I am very invested in personally not supporting cashless businesses.
Right?
Because cash is a United States currency. That is a form of payment. So for a business to not accept a form of payment should be illegal.
Let me tell you, there is this coffee shop. I mean, aside from saving money, but there's this coffee shop by my house. I loved it. Every morning I would go spend $6.
Okay.
And it would just bother me because it was cashless.
It's annoying.
And one day I said, I'm going to put cash in front of them. I want to see if they take it.
Right.
They're like, we're sorry. We don't take cash. That was the last time I ever went there. Because I think it's just wrong. Like, I agree with you. I don't support.
Yes.
I will walk out if they tell me they will not accept my cash.
Agree.
Give me the option, please.
The only place that you kind of just have to go along with it is if you go to a sports game.
Right.
It sucks though. Dodger Stadium, they don't take cash. It's obnoxious.
I know,
but I mean, what are you going to do? You can boycott the system only so much, and to where there's certain things that you just have to give into because we're not going to win all these battles.
Right.
But you can keep the cash alive by trying to always have cash and trying to always pay with cash.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
And which leads me to me boycotting CRUMBL.
I've never had CRUMBL.
Oh, it's delicious.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so it's delicious. My husband and I used to take the kids there a lot. They are obsessed with CRUMBL. Who cares that the cookies are 1,000 calories per piece?
Literally.
Well, they stopped taking cash.
Wow. How long ago?
Maybe 9 months ago we boycotted, maybe a year ago. Even to the point to where we would take exact change because we knew how much the cookies were. And we're like, here's the exact change. Here's a $5 tip. We don't even need you to give us anything back. Nope. Can't take that. Would not give us the cookies. How do you give me the cookies? Give me, they're holding the cookies hostage. So upon doing this segment, I'm like, let me just confirm that they don't take cash anymore because I called corporate and complained. And I've done a post before that they don't take cash. And because I think it's BS. And I called and they now accept cash with bills under $20.
Good. Okay.
So I'm sure it wasn't just my voice that made a difference, but I'm sure there were other people.
Right.
Because we did stop going there and we started going to Dirty Dough. Because it's the similar cookies, similar vibe, different color scheme. You know, I'm a pink girl. Dirty Dough is turquoise. So I had like a internal color conflict.
Yeah.
But so now CRUMBL, I'm happy to announce to my children that we can now take them back to CRUMBL.
And let me add to this. I get it. You know, there's a lot of people that just want to, you know, make their business cashless for their own personal reasons, right? Where I do show a little bit of sympathy is in this area.
Okay.
In Los Angeles, holding cash in your register is like holy.
Yes,
like
that's true.
It's scary.
Yes,
you just a target.
Yes,
that's why there's those little signs. We don't accept cash.
We don't accept cash. Right.
So I get it if a business leans into that.
Right. But you know where all that went to poop is when the system started not prosecuting people for transactions under a certain amount. So if you're prosecuting and threatening, and there's consequences for stealing or robbing or that are more severe than just booking you in jail and then letting you go the next day, then people are going to stop doing that.
Yeah, there's no real consequences.
But also businesses also can have a gun behind their register as long as they have a license. So if you're coming in and taking my cash, oh no.
I'm going to put up a fight, let me tell you. Yeah. And then there's also the reality of employees, because I remember when we had the restaurant in Echo Park, the sales were just not adding up. I'm like, why?
Oh, the employees were taking the cash.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So and I had a camera right on top of the register.
Oh, well, they should have to do the end of the night report.
I had it all. I had it all.
Oh my gosh.
Somehow this girl managed to, I think what she was doing, she was putting in the sale, The ticket would go to the kitchen.
And then she would void the sale?
Yes.
Shady.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Isabel, I think. I don't know. Yeah.
You stole from a small business. Shame on you. We're going to do an episode on that, actually, so you can go ahead and bring your stories to me, because I actually sent a message to a customer who was blatantly stealing from me.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. Okay, another episode, though, because it'll be, this episode's already gone long, girl. Yeah. Okay. And then to end our 9th episode of Hairbrush News, making friends over 40. So I will be 49 this year. And if you don't mind disclosing your age.
45.
45.
I am 45. So
I find it hard to make friends at this age. You know, I have my old friends from high school and a couple, most of them have kind of dropped off. But I'm in a new town. I've been here for about 3 years. And I really I've not made any friends.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think that, well, obviously everyone is busy and they have their own lives. That's one of the things. I do feel like people are too judgy on beliefs, which I guess you should be at this age. I'm weird and quirky and they don't like me and they don't want to sit at my lunch table.
You're so funny.
No, I don't
believe
know
that it's so difficult to make friends for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
One, we live in a society where everything is done with the phone. You're behind a screen.
Yeah.
People are really not getting out. I was listening to something in regards to the subject and how just people don't put themselves out there.
Yes.
Right? It's awkward. Like, what do you really talk about? Like, we're just comfortable in our own circles.
Yeah.
So that's one reason that I believe. Second reason, I think that the older you get, the better discernment you have with people.
Well, then does that mean that their discernment against me is?
No. Remember, could I say the NPC?
Oh yeah, whatever characters. Yeah, the NPCs.
I just feel that you just don't align with certain people, and we just live in this culture of like people believe you cannot hold different opinions and still have like a conversation and just be amicable and just try to build off of that. And just, people are just so stuck in, if you believe a certain way, then I can't be your friend and so many factors. But those are the top ones that I think why it's so difficult. Yeah. But if they don't want to be your friend, then
I don't know if they don't necessarily want to be my friend or not. I put myself out there a couple times and it's, sometimes I'm well received and other times I just feel like they just stare at me like I'm a weird or something. I don't know. I talk too much? Do I ramble? I don't know what it is.
They're weird. They're weird.
You hear that? No, because there's like a local fashion. There's like a local fashion scene here, believe it or not, in Santa Clarita. And, I've tried. There's a couple of events and everyone's really nice to me. But as far as like lasting friendships or checking in on me or it's not happening. But the good news is, and this sounds so cliche for some people who don't understand, is my husband really is my best friend. So at the end of the day, if I don't have anything to do or anywhere I'm not looking for it. It's just nice every now and then, like once a year to get out and go do girl stuff. Yeah. But for the most part, I'm 100%. A million % happy sitting at home going on dates with him. But it is nice to have like a girly friendship sometimes,
I think that I've come to the conclusion because I've experienced this recently somewhere and I've had interaction. I want to say with maybe like 2 people. I follow them on Instagram. We interact. They're completely different on social media than in person. And then in person, I'm a very like, I love interaction. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, yes. And it's just like,
it's almost like it's shocking to them.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Yeah. That you want to have like be excited and interact. Right.
Yes. And now I've had to understand that it has nothing to do with me and it has everything to do with them because it's like I'm putting something sincere in front of you. Let's get to know each other. Let's be friends.
Yes.
Right?
So if you want to be my friend, I love fashion. I love being chatty. I love gossip. I love crime. I love wine. I love shoes. I love the color pink. Okay, that was my segue into this video. Wait. Oh, wait, hold on. I messed it up. Wait, help.
Hey, I like your coat. Hey, you want to see how high I can jump?
You and I would do that. I kid you not.
That was actually pretty high.
You want to be friends?
Yeah.
My favorite color is yellow, and I can hold my breath.
We have to replicate this.
We totally should.
Oh my God.
It's so good, right?
I love it.
It is really, that's the beauty of children before they're a certain age, is they will just go play with anyone. Mm-hmm. And I love that innocence about them. And I do try to approach potential new friendships with a little bit of that innocence. I share. Mm-hmm. I'm quirky. I talk about, and it's, it's always well received. There's just, in this day and age, I just feel like there's no follow up.
No, and that's the sad reality of.
And I don't need a daily phone call. That's what I love about our friendship, is because honestly, we could not talk for 3 or 4 years, and then we just pick right back up. Oh my God. Right and no one's holding any grudges against each other. Oh, I can't believe you didn't invite me.
I can't.
No. You have your life. I have my life. You live in downtown. I live here. Yeah. And when we see each other, it's like you just pick up where we left off, and
we're not needy.
No, I think we're not great. Needy.
Yeah,
I love it.
And it is nice to see innocence. It's in children, and I see it in Bo. And sometimes I catch myself, and I'm like, don't project that onto him, because he'll talk to everyone, and he gets in the elevator and he's like, hi, good morning, how are you doing? What is have a great day.
I like your shoes.
And sometimes I'm like, Bo, like, don't do that, or like, I'm thinking that they're thinking that I don't want to be bothered.
No, let him. Like, let him talk to people. Let him talk. That's one thing I love. So my daughter Maddie, she is the best complimenter and the best person at making someone feel seen and appreciated. So everywhere we go, she compliments everyone. I love your lipstick. I love your earrings. Where did you get that? You look really pretty today. I love your dress. And I really love that about her. And I try to take some of that with me when I go, because we do, especially, we forget that we don't talk sometimes. Not like we don't physically, like when you look at someone and you think in your head, oh, I like their outfit, but you don't say anything, and all the other person sees you doing is like looking them up and down, right?
Right.
And then if you don't say, I love your outfit, then they just think like, oh my God, what a bee. Like, why is she staring at me like that?
Right.
And then my son, he's very chatty, but now he's kind of getting to the phase where like, what's up? I like your hat, but he still has that about him, that he'll just talk to people, especially if he sees something that he wants to compliment. So we gotta take that and hold on to it and have more of that.
I agree. I agree.
Okay, well, that wraps up episode 9 of Hairbrush News. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to The Buzz for hosting us. And you can watch all of the episodes at buzzscv.com. And we will see you next time. I'm Kelly Nishimoto, and this is my co-host, Esmeralda Sanchez. We'll see you next time.
Until next time, this is Hairbrush News with Kelly Nishimoto.